Incoming trucks come onto the site with logs straight from the woods. They are weighed and have their wrappers removed. A log loader comes and removes the logs from the truck to be placed either in the storage deck, scaling deck, or directly onto the debarker infeed deck. The clockwork feeder then moves the logs onto the infeed belt, where the log debarker removes the bark from the log. At the merchandiser infeed, the buck saw cuts logs to the targeted sawmill lengths after being scanned and optimized. The Ramey kickers kick the logs depending on the size of their small end diameters into specific Ramey decks below. An operator uses a grapple to remove any broken logs and to keep them centered and straight at the Ramey decks. A quad operator monitors and controls the mill flow via monitors. The automated log loader feeds into the log turner infeed where it rolls the log to orient it to match the optimized solution. Again, the log is being positioned by the infeed rolls. The side chip heads begin to square up the sides of the cant and profiler chip heads begin squaring the cant. Cants come out of the quad outfeed. Sideboards are removed and the cant moves into the cant turner where they are properly positioned to advance down the gang infeed table. At the gang, cants are turned into boards which drop onto the trimmer landing table. The left side board separator moves the boards to the board edger unscrambler and then to the board edger where boards move under the board edger scanner and towards the board edger infeed. The board edger cuts off wane to square up the boards. Tailor fingers let good quality boards advance through the process and the side tailings go to the chipper. Outfeed transfers to the trimmer landing tables as well as the right board separator moving the boards to the trimmer landing table. All boards move up the trimmer unscrambler and to the lug loader. Boards travel under the trimmer scanner where it decides whether the board needs to be trimmed to length, remanned, or trim saved. Reman and trim saved ends return back to the board edger. Remaining boards enter the sorter infeed. Boards are loaded onto J-hooks and get sorted and dropped into bins by dimensions and length. When the bins are full, they are dropped onto a sorter floor chain and moved towards the stacker. The boards are unscrambled to the stacker infeed. The stacker offsets each layer of the unit for easier cleanup due to the reduced need for stickers. An outfeed forklift takes the rough unit to be stored in the goods and process yard. Units from the GIP yard are brought in by forklifts to the planer in-feed tilt hoist. The boards spill over into the unscrambler and move to the planer in-feed table. The pineapple causes the lumber to change their flow of direction and move into the bridge. The planer can achieve speeds up to 2,400 feet a minute. The Lucidine scanner grades the entire board for grade quality standards. Boards travel through the chemical spray booth and the warp tunnel, which measures the boards to see if they are bowed or crooked. They land on the grader landing table where a manual grader marks the defects that the scanner can't see. Boards flow to the lug loader. The grade mark reader reads the chalk, and the Lucidine scanner TrueQ makes sure the boards are where they are supposed to be in the process. Planer trimmer can cut boards in half for improved and higher value. The recirculator picks up the far end of the cut in 2 boards and drops them into an empty lug space. All boards are stamped with pertinent grade information. The green light at the in-feed to the sorter verifies that each board has been stamped. Again, boards are sorted into the planer sorter bins by dimension, length, and grade. The full bins are dropped and transferred to the finished stacker. Stacked loads are sent to the banner lines where they are pressed into squared units. Units are banded securely and sprayed, and home center units are barcoded by robots. They move towards the outfeed where an employee staples unit tags. A forklift then takes the units into a finished goods yard. In the finished goods yard, units are tracked by barcode and computer systems to manage the aged inventory by sending shipping drivers to the older units first. Incoming rail cars are brought in to be loaded with lumber. When loaded, the cars are strapped down securely and pushed back out to be sent off. Trucks are loaded and sent off to the customer.